Good morning students, welcome to the social science class. As you know, we are doing a chapter from geography section, namely Lifelines of Indian Economy. From this chapter, we have already discussed about land transportation, in which we have discussed roadways, railways and pipelines. Today we will discuss another mode of transport, that is waterways. In this lecture, we will discuss about inland and overseas waterways. Students, from ancient period, India was well connected with other countries. During the excavation of Indus Valley civilization, seals of other civilizations like that of Mesopotamian civilizations were found, which showed that India had a great foreign trade with other civilizations also. So waterways are as ancient in India as the Indian civilization. India was not only well connected with other countries and civilization, India was also well internally connected also. Even today, India has inland navigation waterways of 14,500 kilometers of length, out of which only 5,685 kilometers are navigable by mechanized boats. Government of India have declared various waterways as national highways. National highway number 1 is the Ganga river between Allahabad and Haldia. National highway number 2 is the Brahmaputra river between Sadia and Dhubri. National highway number 3 is along west coast canal of Kerala. Apart from these inland ways, India's foreign trade is done through various ports located on its coast. India's total foreign trade, out of it 95% of India's foreign trade is done through these ports. The value of export and import done through these ports is about 68% of the total value of the import and exports. Students, India's coastline is about 7,516.6 kilometers, and along this coastline 12 major and 187 minor and medium ports are located. These 12 major ports are, if we start from west, it is Kandla in Gujarat, Mumbai port and Jawaharlal port in Maharashtra, Marmagaon and New Mangalore port in Karnataka, Kochi port in Kerala, Tuticorin and Chennai port in Tamil Nadu, Visakhapatnam port in Andhra Pradesh, Paradip in Odisha, and Haldia and Kolkata port in West Bengal. We will discuss about each of them in the next part of the lecture. First of all, we will discuss about Kandla port. This port was developed after independence due to the loss of Karachi port to Pakistan. This port was also developed to ease the pressure on Mumbai port. This port is used to export food grains and industrial products from a very productive area of Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Punjab, Haryana, Gujarat and Rajasthan. Next comes Mumbai port. This is the biggest port and it is a natural, spacious and well sheltered port. Third comes Jawaharlal Nehru port. This port was developed to ease the pressure on Mumbai port. and also to act as a hub in this area. Now we come to fourth port located at Karnataka, namely Marmagaon. This port is used to export iron ore. Out of the total iron ore exported from India, 50% iron ore is exported from Marmagaon port. Next one is New Mangalore port. This port is used to export iron ore concentrate from Kundarmukh mines. At the extreme southwest is located Kochi port. This port is located at the entrance of a lagoon with natural harbour. Now we come to the eastern side of our country. At the extreme southeast of our country is located Tuticorin port. This port has a natural harbour and is used to trade with Sri Lanka and Maldives. Next comes Chennai port. Chennai port is the oldest artificial port of our country. It is ranked second after Mumbai in terms of trade and cargo. After Chennai comes Visakhapatnam port located in Andhra Pradesh. It is the deepest landlocked, well protected port. Next is Paradip located in Odisha. This port is specialized in exporting iron ore. Second last is Kolkata port. It is inland riverine port and it serves as a very large, rich hinterland of Ganga Brahmaputra basin. Lastly come Haldia port. This port was developed to ease pressure on Kolkata ports. We have discussed about all the major 12 ports of India. Students, in the next lecture, we will study about airways and about communication. So, till then, have a nice day, stay indoors, stay safe.